This video was made possible by News Voice, a democratized news app created to fight back against the filter bubbles and the corporate control of the media. Download this app for free at newsvoice.com/Jimmy or click the link under this video. Everybody, welcome to Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here at the Miserable Liberal and Ron Placone.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hello.
Ron's got a big CD release party coming up Thursday night.
Yeah, that's right. Thursday night, November 29th, 9:30 at Sycamore Tavern. That's here in L.A. And then a lot of 2019 dates, Florida, Texas, New Orleans, ronplacone.com for all those tickets.
If you're in those states, go see him. Guess what? Big news. Breaking, Senate votes to advance Senator Sanders' resolution to end the U.S. military involvement in Yemen. This is a historic moment that will allow debate on the Senate floor. Bernie and other senators have been fighting for this for years. Time for final passage. This is a big deal. The White House has promised to veto on the final passage. Has promised a veto, and final passage is not guaranteed, but this is an incredible moment where the U.S. Senate agreed to debate ending a war. Thank you to all those who have kept up the pressure over the years. Yemen can't wait. Wow. We've been in Afghanistan now 17 years. Wow. 17 years. That's amazing. So someone who was born right when we invaded Afghanistan is now a graduate going into college.
Pretty much.
Their whole life up to this point, we've been at war. Wow.
Plenty of money for war, not enough money for education.
Not enough money for healthcare, education, clean water.
Is there a jobs program?
No, there isn't. So today, every Senate Democrat voted to end U.S. involvement in Yemen.
Unbelievable.
When the resolution was voted on in March, 10 Democrats voted against it.
Ugh.
Our ideas are the ideas of the future. I agree with that part. That's for sure. The progressive ideas are, and if they aren't the ideas, and if they don't get implemented in the future, we will all perish.
Well, yeah, clearly. The progressive idea, do something about climate change.
Do something.
The other one, do nothing.
Yeah.
So, yes, one has a future.
And then here's Chris Murphy. Senator Chris Murphy says, I've been at this for 3 years, and I am blown away by this. By a big bipartisan margin, 63-37, the Senate just voted for the first time to move forward with a debate on ending American involvement in the Yemen war. Thanks to Senator Mike Lee and Senator Sanders for their partnership. Wow, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset at that. You're not supposed to ever work with a right-winger to get anything good done. And Mike Lee he's Ted Cruz's best friend. But this is a big deal. Look at that vote, 63-37. 63-37. So you know what that tells me? And by the way, the majority in the Senate is Republican. So what does that tell you? That tells you the left and the right want to end the goddamn wars. Now, this isn't a consequential vote. This is just a vote to have debate. So I'm sure that number will narrow if they ever have an actual vote to end the wars, because a lot of these people are beholden to the military-industrial complex, which is why we have the wars. So do you see, if we didn't have the corruption of the bought Congress people, we could actually have a democracy instead of what we have, which is an oligarchy, which is a fact, right? That's not my opinion that we have an oligarchy. We literally live in an oligarchy, which is why voting doesn't make a fucking difference. Have you seen voting make a difference in the last 10 years? Or did we get exactly what the oligarchy wanted to give us anyway? Bank bailouts, more wars, more foreclosures, more drilling, less regulation on Wall Street. It didn't matter who we voted for. We got all that stuff. We had 8 years of Barack Obama. All that happened underneath him. The Democrats went along with all the wars, and they did half of them.
Well, Jimmy, we only live in an oligarchy if you take dictionaries seriously. So, just to be clear.
And so...
I don't ever remember anybody ever no representative ever asked me about why the United States should participate in Yemen.
No, we've never asked that. I never saw a politician campaign on going to war in Yemen. Have you saw a politician campaign on going to war in Yemen, going to war in Libya, campaign on going to war in Syria, campaign on keeping us in Afghanistan, campaign on keeping us in Iraq? Have you ever seen anyone campaign on any of this? No. But it just keeps going. Even though everyone's against it, we're still in Yemen. Everyone's against it. We're still in Yemen. Everybody's against it. A lot of people voted for Trump on the right because he said he was an anti-interventionist. And by the way, in Bob Woodward's book, he puts a passage in there to make Trump look like an idiot because Trump says, hey, why don't we just pull out of Afghanistan? And Bob Woodward writes in the book, a couple of generals had to talk him down off that. So there you go, baby. This is great. This is great news. Senator Sanders working with Senator Mike Lee. That's really going to upset some people with no integrity. But what do you think? It's amazing. Nobody in the country wants this. We got it. Everybody in the country wants Medicare for all. We ain't getting it. Isn't that something? But I'm sure there'll be another millionaire celebrity on Twitter telling you to vote. I just told the bellhop to vote. I just told the bellhop to vote in an oligarchy.
You're welcome.
I just do it as an asshole because I'm a millionaire and it doesn't matter what he does. The voting doesn't matter to his life. He's never going to get fucking medicine. He's never going to get a living wage. He's never going to get a...
Well, if only ending all wars would just be a ballot measure across the country.
Right?
Like that, then it's like they'd end tomorrow.
Right?
It would be overwhelming. It'd probably be like 90% plus.
Why don't we have a ballot? Like they won't even have a ballot measure on Medicare for all in California because it would pass. Ending the wars would pass. Ending fracking would pass. Free college would pass.
It's weird
And
because
then-
they
and-
want me to vote on judges, but not on these real
Right.
issues.
And
I'm a
look-
judge. I'm going to vote on the judge in District 2. What the hell? I don't know,
I know
what you're
that
doing
the
as
judge
a judge.
voting is
Are you
so-
kidding me? But I could tell you as far as what I want peace.
And let me tell you something. We have a supermajority Democrat here in California. We have supermajority with a Democratic governor. And we don't have one goddamn progressive thing in this state. So if you think the Democratic Party is your savior to end these wars or to implement progressive ideas, think again. Think again. What is this? Doesn't this prove it that everybody wants to get rid of these wars? Except when it comes down to it, they won't because they're bought. And of course, CNN's not going to be saying what I'm saying. MSNBC won't be saying what I'm saying. MSNBC is for the wars. CNN is for the wars. Every piece of propaganda or news you see on CNN or MSNBC about the wars is for more war. We got to go into Syria. We got to bomb them. Why? There's a gas attack. Not one critical fucking person allowed on those news shows. Do they bring on Medea Benjamin? No, but they'll bring on Bill Crystal, won't they? They won't bring on Medea Benjamin to talk about the wars that they want to go into.
They won't even show her getting kicked out of a place.
Right. But they will bring on bloodthirsty psychopaths like Bill Crystal all day long to advocate for more war, and the head of the CIA to advocate for more war.
He's like the hipster of war, that guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, you guys are still talking about Russia? I moved on to China.
Yes.
You kidding? Come 2019, I'm going to be on Mexico. Wait for it.
Wow. Okay. So a bit of good news that actually reminds you of all the bad news. Our next live Jimmy Dore show is February 1st in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a list of all our live shows, and please become a premium member if you can. Become a patron. It's the way we support this show because they're coming at us, and we give you bonus. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Check it out. Become a patron. And if you can, make sure you're still subscribed. They unsubscribe people every day. I know it sounds crazy. It only takes a second. Please make sure and click that bell when you subscribe so they'll send you a notice when we drop a video. Thanks for your support.